With many farmers currently out in the field planting, now is the time to select your pre-emergence herbicide. Market Journal's Maddie McIntosh talked with Extension Weed Management Specialist Dr. Amit Jhala to find out his recommendation for soybean herbicides.
The best way to keep weeds at bay and not damage crops is through well-timed pre-emergence herbicides. Nebraska Extension Weed Management Specialist Dr. Amit Jhala says in soybean fields, PPOs are the way to go.
PPO stands for protoporphyrinogen oxidase inhibiting herbicides. They are commonly known as PPO-inhibiting herbicides. Those are group of selective herbicides. They are commonly applied in soybean, particularly pre-emergence. And they are classified as a group 14 herbicides based on their site of action. So there are three chemistry of PPO-inhibiting herbicides. For example, herbicides that contain flumioxazine, sulfentrazone, and saflufenacil. Those are three basic herbicide active ingredients that belong to PPO-inhibiting herbicides are most commonly applied in soybean.
Timing is essential when applying a PPO. If applied too late, injury may be caused to the seed. If applied before rainfall or if irrigated too soon, soybeans can be heavily damaged.
That is a typical character of PPO-inhibiting herbicides, like you have to use it before soybean will start emerging, or even I would say even before soil will start cracking, because if you apply when soybean starts emerging or the soil will crack, then sometimes it may cause injury to soybean seedlings. Therefore, yeah, you can apply before planting, but once you plant soybean, you have to apply within a few days. Particularly herbicides with sulfentrazone, they clearly mention like you have to apply within 3 days after planting soybean. So generally, most of the herbicide labels in PPO-inhibiting herbicides suggest that you should not irrigate, especially when soil will start cracking, because sometimes it may cause injury because herbicide will come directly in contact with soybean radicle that comes out and it may cause injury. So no irrigation within week, basically I would say, after applying PPO inhibiting herbicides. And sometimes when it will rain too much, like 2 to 3 inch of rain in single event, especially when soybean is emerging or soil is cracking, then it may cause some injury. So rainfall we cannot prevent, but irrigation is something some labels, particularly those herbicides with saflufenacil, suggest that high rainfall can affect the overall efficacy of those herbicides.
While they may not get all the weeds, when used in combination with other herbicides, PPOs cover a broad spectrum of unwanted flora.
So depending on which herbicide active ingredient as well as premix product you have been using, but in most cases when PPO inhibiting herbicides are tank mixed with some other herbicides, and there are a number of premix products are available in the market, and they are broad spectrum. They can control majority of broadleaf weeds, as well as they have great activity on number of grass weed species. So they are broad spectrum.
Reporting for Market Journal, I'm Maddie McIntosh.